Everything fell silent in the Xavier Institute's library until the bodies dropped. The heroes, X-Men Spider-Man, collapsed like puppets with cut strings strewn across the floor beneath the glow of lamplight. And she stood there, serene, as melodic notes drifted from her lips like a lullaby of doom. One by one, even the strongest minds fell to her song. Jean Grey's eyes rolled back. Professor X clutched his throat. Spider-Man slumped beneath her boots. Wolverine's eyes widened, not in fear, but rage. He didn't fall like the others, and with a single metallic whisper, snicked, his claws slid free. The shadows twisted, claws swiped, webs fired, chaos erupted in a flash. The hypnotic Siren didn't expect resistance, but Wolverine was already lunging, and Spider-Man bounced into action with a quip mid-air. They crashed through bookshelves, a whirlwind of fury and frustration. Beneath the cracking wood and scattered knowledge, secrets unfurled. Spider-Man's mask hid panic, Magneto. If she was here, Magneto wasn't far. And Wolverine? His grin wasn't one of joy, it was war. They burst out the door like cannonballs. Wolverine led the charge, teeth clenched, claws hungry. Spider-Man leapt above him, webs swinging into the storm, his voice trailing with sarcasm but his heart pounding with fear. Somewhere out there, his family was in the crosshairs, and Magneto held the gun. This wasn't a rescue. This was a race against annihilation. Just moments before the massacre inside, shadows walked and stories unfolded. Cyclops and Spinet strolled under the trees, their pasts bleeding into conversation. Jean and Trust, Logan and Aftermath, Xavier and Politics, they weren't just students here. They were fragments of broken ideologies. And then smoke. Through the windows, alarm. Cyclops turned, heart sinking. No psychic alerts, just silence, the worst kind. The ground shattered as the Blob exploded through the wall like a wrecking ball with rage. Spinet launched at him mid-air, fearless, reckless. Cyclops called out, but it was too late. The Brotherhood had arrived. And this time, they weren't just here to fight. They were here to win. Fists flew, webs snapped, lasers seared the sky. The chessboard of battle was set. Deep within Cerebro, the endgame revealed itself. Magneto stood proud, the device behind him pulsing with unimaginable psychic power, enough to twist the minds of every mutant on Earth. And then she stepped forward, Emma Frost, cold, regal, unapologetic. The enemy had become necessary. Lines blurred in the electric blue darkness, morality warped, and war changed its rules. The children watched, scared and confused. Spinet's daughter clutched her hand, eyes wide. "Why?" she asked. "They're the bad guys." But Spinet knelt down, looked her in the eye. Sometimes the bad guys had a point. Sometimes the lines weren't drawn in black and white. Meanwhile, above them, Wolverine and Spider-Man exploded into the fight. No mercy, no pause, just fury. The battlefield pulsed with powers and purpose. Spinet, face set, dodged blows and webbed her way through chaos. The Brotherhood's pitch was clear. Hide no more, fight back, pay the price. Spinet's daughter whispered the truth. Those were her parents. And Spinet stood torn between revolution and reason, until her daughter said, "It doesn't have to be that way." And Spinet believed her. Anger boiled, and Spiderling, young, fierce, stepped forward. She remembered being told to wait, to be patient, to not use her powers. But now, she unleashed them with pride, with purpose. Not as a child denied, but as a warrior grown. The blast lit the hall, the enemy flew back, and she whispered through clenched teeth, "I'm glad I waited." They fought together now, Cyclops, Spinet, Iceman, the young and the wise, the doubters and the hopeful. They weren't just defending themselves, they were proving something. That unity wasn't weakness, that patience was power, that even in chaos family could rise. And as Spinet said it loud, "Now they help me, and I helped them," the tide shifted. Even Magneto's cold eyes flickered. Maybe, just maybe, the professor was right after all, or maybe they all were, even when they weren't. Guys, remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support means the world to me.